Bijan, last week in Berlin, we spoke to Caden Ellis, and he said that you guys have been so close in all these games, but now close isn't going to cut it anymore. Another close game today. What's your reaction following that once again?
Yeah, well, first, I always got to give honor to God, man. Without him, we wouldn't be out here playing. I just give all the glory to him and, what Jesus did for myself, for this team, and what I'm going to continue to do for him every single time I step on that field, just give him glory no matter what. So, I just praise God, bro. That's the biggest thing for me. But, yeah, to your question, yeah, man, I mean, these close games, we gotta win it. That's what we got to do. I know it's tough for us right now. We're down right now because we lost. But it's just how we come back to it, man, and how we get back to, just having fun. That's the main thing. Just go out there and just have fun. Play street ball and these people just go out there and play with a smile. And I think that's what we have to do to continue to win. But yeah, man, I mean, it's definitely sucks when we, especially a division game like that, when we really want a win for that game.
At 3-7, not mathematically officially eliminated from playoff contention, but you just mentioned it. How do you guys keep the positive mentality going on the rest of this season, knowing that it's going to be pretty hard for you guys really to continue to make that playoff push? Yeah,
I mean, the biggest thing we got to do is stay off social media, man. Social media is just such a worldly thing, and it's just controlled by the devil. And if it gets in this locker room, that's what divides locker rooms. When guys go on social media, look at not great news about the team or about themselves, and then when they start looking at themselves, then they start getting so caught into what somebody has to say about them instead of just them doing their job and them going back to the drawing board, them going back to the film room, because I've seen it. And, it shut guys down, man. So just me as a leader trying to instill confidence in them every single day and bringing positivity in the building, that's the biggest thing. Because it happens a lot when teams are in this position, and it just spirals because, they just focus on the wrong stuff. So for me, I'm gonna work real hard, man. I know it's gonna be uncomfortable for me, but I don't care. I care too much about these guys, and that's what I got to do to instill confidence in them, and that's just what I got to do at this point of the season.
Huge first half for you. Huge first half for you. You guys kind of got slowed down a little bit in the second half there. What were the adjustments that Carolina made that kind of put a stall there?
I mean, a couple of different things, Mike being injured, that definitely hurts. But Kirk came in, man, and balled out. He did the best that he could, and I really respect him for that. And for us, we just gotta, continue to don't put ourselves in backed up situations and continue to do the little things, the fundamentals, little details. But for all of us, there's no one I got to be better too. I want some plays back. I want pass protection back. It's not gonna be a perfect game. So for us, we just need to eliminate the mistakes as much as possible. And we do that, man. We'll run away from games, from teams, because that's what we try to do, man. And yeah, it hurts, being up 21-10, but. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Is there a level of frustration? Is there a level of frustration, Bijan, because you guys have been so close the past 2 weeks? And how do you stop that frustration from creeping into this locker room?
Like I said, man, just staying off social media, because for us, that's just one thing. But then looking back at our film, man, me and Coach Petrie this week, we watched all my runs from the whole season, and he critiqued, and I critiqued myself. He critiqued me, and I want to be better on some of the runs this season, and that's what we did so we can get better. And I feel like it just got me back to staying patient, manipulating linebackers, getting people off their spot, breaking tackles, and that's what I'm gonna continue to do to help this team. But me and Coach Petrie were just in an uncomfortable situation, looking at some of the bad plays. We weren't focused on the good stuff. We were focused on the not so great stuff, and that's just what helped me out. So I feel like with the team as well, we can all just go back and look at our individual plays of the season that weren't great, and just fix it, just critique it. Because when we do that, when we do a little thing like that, then that's how we become a complete team, and that's how all the players here want to become the players that they want to become.
What are you most frustrated with?
Losing 5 in a row, so what we don't expect at all. I think we had them, but it just came short.
What would you say to Michael after he left the game, if anything, and how do you help him get through whatever happens in the next 24 to 48 hours?
What do you mean about that?
Just his injury, I mean,
Oh,
left the game,
with
just
him.
whatever, if it's serious or not. He's been through this before. You know his history, I'm sure.
Shoot. Yeah, I think really just getting it right. Just treating it. Just making sure he's all right mentally and his being as well. So it's more making sure he's okay. Obviously the injury and then whether we're missing him or not, but just making sure he's okay is the most important thing.
Can you pinpoint one thing that will correct what's been going on of late, or is it a myriad of things?
There was a couple. Obviously, we were moving in the first half, but then the second half kind of died down a little bit. Just completing, not getting any 3-and-outs. I think that's the most important thing.
What's the most frustrating part? Is that how close you guys are with the back-to-back overtime losses, like knowing how close this team could be to having a better outcome?
Yeah.
Hey, Tommy, how tough is it is? You all got 3 touchdowns, got the offense rolling. How do y'all try to, stay in that zone there, or build on that from today?
Yeah, obviously, it's really just momentum. I think the 3-and-outs kind of got us, but it's really just doing the little things, whether it's the details in the pass game or the run game, and just making sure we're just moving the chains. I think that's what can help us.
Bijan talked a lot about keeping this team together. How do you guys go about doing that and make sure this locker room sticks together in the last half of the season?
Yeah, I think just making sure everyone's okay mentally. I think we're already a close knit as it is, so I think that's what's amazing about this team. And just onto the next. We want to know this week. We got a great challenge up ahead. We got a good team coming up. So yeah.
What did you think about Kirk's performance coming in after Michael went down?
Sure, I thought it was good. I think thought it was good.
Do you think this team's locker room is built the resilient guys needed to flip the script and turn things around?
Wait, say that again?
Do you think this team has the resiliency, the guys in this locker room that will stick together and turn it around?
Yeah, hands down. I think we all just got to look at each other and be like, okay, like enough's enough, obviously, and shooting just keep balling, keep playing for each other, keep balling for each other. I think that's the most important thing.
Just watching the film Monday and growing from it, learning why, telling the truth of what happened, and then having a good, productive practice week.
Can you kind of explain what you think, maybe it comes down to at the end of the day? You guys are obviously in these games, but just can't come away with a win.
I'm not sure. I think each game has a story, and I can't tell you what it is right now. I have to see tomorrow. Obviously, to come up short, we gotta own our opportunities.
Chris, how frustrating was just to have the success that you did in the first half, and obviously second half not so good, and the Panthers able to come back and win the game?
Yeah, I think you obviously you said it there. Just need to be better, and we got to see why, and just evaluate it tomorrow.
How does the offense change in that second half after Michael Penix Jr. goes down?
I think Kirk did a great job stepping in. Obviously, he led a really difficult 2-minute drive. He did a great job with that. He did a great job communicating with us. And like I said, I don't know the why right now, but we'll find out tomorrow.
How much does the playbook change when you transition quarterbacks like that, or is there not that big of a difference?
There wasn't a transition, and I think that's we're so thankful that Kirk is such a professional in the way he prepares, and that it's not like you have to strip anything down for him. He's as smart as anybody in the NFL. So he did a great job and a really good job communicating with us. The only thing is the cadence is the difference, right? And thankfully we got a lot of reps with Kirk too. So that was an easy transition for us.
Is this locker room still as tight as it was last week and the week before?
Absolutely. I think that's a universal feeling here, and a universal love for the staff too. And so I think that's what makes it emotionally difficult for these losses, but in the same sense, what makes it easier to come in tomorrow. And a lot of guys are battling through a lot of things, and just they're working for it, and to overcome this.
Over the last 5 weeks after the losses, you guys have been saying we need to turn a new page and find a new way to get a win. What's going to change this week? How can you guys do something differently to finally snap that streak?
I think just the preparation piece in the week, in finding it and owning it, and then when moments present, taking those opportunities, and that's really it.
Of course, just playing closer to the line, dealing with the bigger guys, of course, the O-linemen and stuff like that. But it's not too much different. They do a good job mixing up the defenses and putting me in positions to make plays, so I like it.
They had moved the ball on the ground for most of the last month. They threw it a ton today. Did that catch y'all by surprise at all?
No, we knew coming into the game they were going to test us out on the ground, so we had to come in and stop the run. That was a big focal point today, and then once we get them into those situations in the pass down, we was going to have to, bow up and do what we have to do, but just didn't get it done today.
Ronnie, what were those last couple of drives? Like really that last half of the fourth quarter into overtime, knowing you guys need to stop, just weren't able to get one.
It was tough, It was tough. The whole defense, we're beating ourselves up, but we got to come back next week and come back stronger and just find ways to get stops in those tough situations.
What are you telling, your teammates on the sideline about having to get that one stop and knowing what the outcome could be?
We're all just telling each other, we got to go get that stop, got to get the ball, got to find a way to get off. Just encouraging each other. No one's getting down. We know we got to make the play, and we'll do that in the future.
Yeah, on the Trimble play, looked like you had a shot at him. What did you see there?
Just seeing him catch the ball, coming across the middle. I tried to punch the ball instead of really going for a tackle, but we got to find a way to get him on the ground and get that stop.
How do you guys get to? I think it seems like you guys are struggling to make the big play in the big moment. What do you see about that?
Just got to be more, have more attention to detail, and just give more effort on those plays. When it gets late in the game, got to go even harder. So that's what we got to focus on.